Hi guys, welcome again to another amazing video. And on this video, we'll be doing a little comparison between Germany and Kenya. These are two amazing countries, but completely different worlds. I have lived in both, at least in Kenya, that's where I was born, and in Germany, I have been here now for 4 years. So I'll be sharing the real difference that no one maybe tells you about, from food to culture shock, public transport to people's attitudes. Now, this is German versus Kenya and Unfiltered. Let's start with daily life in German. It's calm, quiet, and structured. Like when you go to the train station or when you go to the bus station or the tram station, they all arrive exactly on time. Like when you go there and you stand and you watch on there's always a screen which is showing when the train is arriving or when the bus is arriving or when the tram is arriving, and if it tells you it's 5 minutes, then it's 5 minutes. If there is any delay, then they communicate it also on these stations, unlike in Kenya. So when you go come back to Kenya where you don't even know the specific time the matatu is going to arrive. Like in Kenya, we use matatus at the main transport. If you want to maybe go to work or go somewhere, then if you don't have your own car, of course you're going to use matatu. And these matatus, it varies with the time of the day. If it's during morning times when it's rush hour meaning that there are so many people waiting, there are so many people who want to go to work. So you may stand at a station for even an hour waiting for a matatu, because most of the time they get filled from even before getting to their station point. So you may stand there and wait for so long without getting the matatu. Now, if it's during the day where there are not so many people going to work or so many people coming from work, you can get the matatu within no minute. So the duration depends on the time when you want to board your matatu. So yeah, it varies with the time, morning, during the day, and in the evening. It's also a rush hour because people are leaving their workplace and going home. And also this one applies with the price. Like in the morning hours, the price is higher. During the day, the price is low, but when it comes to the evening, also the price is higher. Like the profit they have to make, they make advantage of these two times. Here in German, when it comes to paying, there is always a machine in every station. Like when you go to the train station, you'll find machines where you can buy your card depending on where you are going, and on this part you don't need to pay extra. You only pay according to the place where you are going. This also applies to the buses and trams. Some of the buses, they have the machine inside the buses, and also the trams, so you are able to buy your card. You don't need someone to tell you how much you are going to buy or how much you are going to pay for the transport and so on. You only need to go to the machine and do the transaction yourself. So in Kenya, there is always a driver and there is always a conductor who will give you or who will tell you the amount you're supposed to pay, and there is no bargain. When they say you have to pay 100 or 200 shillings, then you have to pay 200 shillings. There is no, I have only 100. Yeah. So another thing is, in German, people value personal space. Um like no one really talks on the train. In Kenya, you might end up chatting with someone. Like when you get inside the train, you may expect maybe to smile or maybe just to chat with someone here, which is the opposite. When you go to Kenya and someone is sitting beside you in a matatu, you may just start talking and you'll find yourself introducing yourself to this person, and you even ask where you are coming from and where are you going, and so many things. Like you're free with each other, and you just blend so fast. But here, you can be traveling maybe a journey for 10 hours, and no one is going to smile, no one is going to talk. It's just very few. Then it's very few that you'll find maybe they are free and they are able to talk with you. So in Kenya, it's totally the difference. And by the time you leave this person in the, like now in the Kenya part, you'll be friends. Maybe you'll exchange, hey, let's exchange the contact. It was nice meeting you. Hey, we can call, we can, hey, or maybe you just meet someone on the bus and this person tells you, I come from this part of the country, and you find yourself, you also come from this, or maybe even next to the village, you are from the same village, and you're, hey, let's exchange the contact, and you just become friends like that. Here you'll wait. Oh, if you want to be friends to someone, you will wait. You will wait. Oh, okay. The next part I'll be talking about is about food and cost of living, like the German food. Lots of bread. There is a lot of bread, meat, potatoes. Hey, go to the, like here, bread is everything. When I first came, or even before I came, I was wondering, because sometimes we could call with my husband in the evening and, video calling, and he would be telling me I'm eating bread and something like bread. And I'm like, bread is for the breakfast, my friend. Bread. For them, bread can go with anything. Bread, you have a meat, bread. You have something, bread. It's bread, this, bread, that. And I'm like, here we only take bread for breakfast. So we don't take bread for supper unless there is no otherwise. And also when you calculate the price of the bread, then you can also afford maybe a skuma wiki to cook a green vegetable for yourself for supper. So here bread is very important. Unlike in Kenya, like we have the nyama choma to ugali, we have chapati to sukuma wiki. It's a whole vibe. In Kenya, it's something else. And also the price of these things, I could buy like with 200, let's say with €2, I can buy something that I can cook and eat and my stomach is full. But with the same price, with the same things, I would use around 12, €20 in German to be able to afford the same things here. So the life expense is also a little bit different. It's a little bit expensive here compared to the foods there. So, like, another thing, it's about punctuality. Like here's a big one. Punctuality in German. If you say you will meet at 5 p.m. or if you say you're going to meet at 3 p.m., like anytime you speak about, then you have to be punctual. You have to show up at that time. You have to be able to show yourself on that time. In Kenya, it's different. Like if we say it's 5, then come 1 hour later, or even 6:37. Like it's different. And maybe one thing could be the reasons of the traffic or something like that. But punctuality in Germany, it's very, 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 very important. People here are direct, sometimes too direct. Like if it's a spoon is a spoon, no beating around the bush. Yeah. So that's the life, some of the differences about here, life here, and also in Kenya. Education and work life is also different. Like Kenyans are also family oriented. Like the culture about family differs completely between Germany and Kenya. In German, people become more like Like when you come to Kenya, there are a lot of like you can see someone who is 40 and still they are living in the parents' house or something. Like in Kenya, family is very first priority. Here, people become more independent early here in German, and people want their own space and so on. The culture about family, maybe we should make it a different video. That's very different compared to German. Yeah, education also is here highly structured, and university is basically free. Like here, you go to school and you learn. In Kenya, education can be, it's very expensive. Not can be, education is very expensive, especially in private schools. And you know, most of the parents want to take their children in private schools in Kenya when they afford. So the education in Kenya is very expensive. Here it's somehow free. Yeah. So I guess that's enough. That's what I could share about the differences that I have seen. Yeah, and also about the greetings. No hello in the street. Like in Kenya, you get someone to greet you on the street. So anyway, tell me guys, which country would you rather live, in German or in Kenya? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, tell me more. Thank you.